Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Hello everyone. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Abdul Hadi, as you know, I'm a student of Yan College. Today I am back with another session with AI, and we're gonna talk with ChatGPT about my goals in my life, as you know, and it's in day number 40. And first of all, I share the screen with you and go to GPT. Yes. So let's start.
Hey, I'm right here. What's on your mind? If you've got something specific you want to discuss or ask, I'm all ears.
Okay. Uh, what's going on, ChatGPT? How are you?
I'm doing really well. Thanks for asking. I'm ready to help with whatever you need, whether it's a project, some brainstorming, or just a casual chat. How about you? How's your day going?
Okay. Okay, today I want to ask some question about my goals in my life. So are you ready for answering?
Absolutely. I'm ready. Feel free to ask me anything about your goals, whether they're personal, professional, or just big picture aspirations. What's on your mind first?
Okay, so my first question is, what is my clear plan for the next 30 days?
That's a great place to start. So let's break it down. What are the most important goals or projects you really want to make progress on in the next month? Once we have those, we can map out daily or weekly steps. Of course. So, to figure out your clear plan for the next 30 days, we should first identify the top goals or projects that you really want to focus on. Once we know those, we can break them down into smaller steps, daily or weekly, and keep track of your progress. Does that sound good?
Yes, it sounds like good. Okay, so my next question is, what result do I want by the end of this month?
That's a really key question. Think about what a successful 30 days would look like for you. Are you aiming for a specific milestone, like a project completion, a certain income level, a new skill, or maybe a habit built? Once we know that, we can align the plan to get you there.
As in next 30 days, I want to complete my level 2 and do some task and complete my internship tasks.
Got it. So your big focus is finishing your level 2 and knocking out those internship tasks. In that case, we can break it down. Maybe set weekly goals for both, like specific chapters or skills for level 2 and a checklist for your internship. Does that sound like a good balance, or do you want to prioritize one first?
No. So, okay, so we can ask next question about that. Am I tracking my progress or just hoping to improve?
Ah, that's a really important one. So are you currently keeping a record, like daily logs, weekly check-ins, or some kind of tracker? Or is it more just in your head, hoping you'll see progress? Once we know, we can set up a way to keep you accountable.
Yes, I don't know. Please suggest me.
No problem at all. I'd suggest setting up a simple system like a daily or weekly checklist in a notebook or a digital tool like a spreadsheet or a habit tracker app. Then each day, just jot down what you completed or any milestones. That way, you have a clear picture of progress and it'll help keep you motivated.
Okay. So, my fourth question is, how fast do I take action after learning something?
That's a really good reflection point. Think about the last few times you learned something new. Did you put it into practice right away or did it kind of sit on the shelf for a while? Once you get a sense of your speed, we can figure out ways to keep yourself accountable and act faster.
Okay. So, my next question is, do I overthink simple tasks instead of doing them?
Ah, yeah, that's a really common trap. If you notice yourself getting stuck in that loop, it might help to set a super small time limit, like just 5 minutes to start. If you still feel stuck, you can pause, but often you'll break through once you begin. Does that sound like something you try?
I don't think so.
That's totally fine. Everyone's different. If that approach doesn't fit, we could try something like setting a simple checklist or a timer, just small ways to keep you moving without overthinking. What do you think would be a good fit for you?
I don't know. Okay, no problem. So, my next question is, what can I complete today that moves me forward?
Great focus. So let's zero in on a small, doable step that will give you momentum. What's one task from your level 2 prep or your internship that, if you completed it today, would really move you forward? Once you pick that, we can set a time to tackle it.
Okay. Okay, so my next question is, which of my skills can solve a real world problem today?
Ooh, that's a really powerful question. Think about what skills you have, whether it's something technical like coding or design, or maybe soft skills like communication or organization. Is there a project or problem you've noticed around you, at work, in your studies, or in your community, where you could apply one of those strengths?
Okay, okay, okay. So my next question is, am I practicing my skills in a way that matches real client needs?
That's a really important check. Think about the kinds of problems or projects real clients typically bring. Are you solving similar types of challenges in your practice? If not, you might experiment by working on mock projects or maybe collaborating on freelance gigs or case studies that align more closely.
Okay, okay. So my next question is, what proof can I show that my skill work before after results?
Ah, great question. So, proof could be things like case studies, before and after examples, testimonials from clients, or even data like metrics showing improved performance. If you haven't done that yet, you could create a small portfolio or even a personal website with those examples.
Okay, okay. So my next question is, what proof can I show that my skills? Okay, so my next question is, am I afraid to ask money for my work?
That's a big one, and it's totally normal to feel that way. A good step is to compare your skills and deliverables to market rates. Look at industry standards or what others with similar experience charge. Once you have a sense of that, you can set a rate that feels fair and reflect your value.
Okay, okay, okay. So my next question on this topic is, uh,
Yeah, go ahead. What's the
yes,
next
yes, yes, yes. Okay, okay. How can I create a system to teach AI to many people at once?
Oh, I love that idea. So you could start by structuring a modular curriculum, break down AI concepts into digestible chunks, then build interactive lessons, maybe with practice exercises or real world case studies. If you pair that with some kind of online platform, like a portal where people can progress at their own pace, you could really scale it.
Okay, so my next question is, can I create content plus classes plus community together? What do you think about that?
Yeah, absolutely. In fact, combining them can be really powerful. You can create core educational content like recorded lessons, then hold live classes for engagement, and build a community space where people can discuss, ask questions, and collaborate. It can really deepen the learning experience.
Okay, okay, okay. So my next question is, what platform can I use to reach maximum people in Pakistan?
To reach the maximum audience in Pakistan, popular platforms include DigiSkills, a government backed free skills platform, as well as global MOOCs like Udemy,
Mhm.
Coursera, and LinkedIn Learning. DigiSkills is great for building trust with a local audience, while platforms like Udemy or Coursera give you a broader international reach. You can also consider local platforms like Edcasa if your focus is on K 12 students.
Okay, okay. So my next question is, what I am posting content with plan or randomly?
Ah, that's a great thing to reflect on. If it feels random, it might help to create a content calendar so you decide ahead of time what topics, themes, or formats you'll post each day or week. That way, every piece ties into a bigger goal and you have a clear plan.
Okay. So my next question is, what type of content get attention plus give value?
Ah, great question. Typically, content that sparks curiosity, provides real value, and is easy to implement tends to get attention and shares. Think tutorials, actionable tips, relatable stories, or even quick hacks, especially if they solve a common problem. So try mixing those in.
Okay, okay. So my next question is, I am learning from analytics or ignoring them?
Ah, that's a really good point to check in on. If you haven't been looking at your analytics closely, it could be a gold mine. They show you which content resonates, where people drop off, and what topics you should double down on. So I'd say definitely start reviewing them and use those insights to guide your next steps.
Okay. My next question is, what opportunities am I ignoring because it's looks so small?
Ah, yeah, great reflection. Often, small opportunities like a niche audience, a tiny partnership, or a minor skill can really snowball. Think back to what you might have overlooked, maybe a small collaboration, a personal project, or a quiet platform. Is there something that felt too tiny to pursue but might actually grow?
Okay. So my next question is, how can I turn small wins into big results?
Ooh, I love this. The key is consistency and compounding. So take each small win, like a mini project, a client, or a skill, and scale it. Keep documenting results, build a process, and leverage each success as a stepping stone. Before you know it, those small wins add up to big breakthroughs.
Okay. So my next question and last question of this uh, chapter is, am I building a system or just working randomly every day?
That's a really key distinction. If it feels random, I'd suggest taking a step back and mapping out a repeatable workflow, like a set schedule, a process checklist, or a feedback loop. Once you have a system, you can refine it and it'll guide you more consistently rather than just reacting.
Okay. So next question is, what task will complete before I sleep today?
All right, let's keep it super realistic and doable. Think about one task, maybe a quick level 2 milestone or a small internship step that you can finish in the next few hours. Once you've got that, it's all about focusing on that one thing so you can close your day feeling accomplished.
Okay. So the next question is, what system can I use to stay consistent daily?
Ah, great idea. A really effective system is a daily habit tracker, whether it's a journal, an app, or a simple checklist. Pair it with a set morning or evening routine, like reviewing your goals, planning key tasks, and reflecting on progress. That daily ritual really builds consistency.
Okay. So my next question is, how many tasks I will complete due next month?
That really depends on how you structure it. If you break it down like a weekly number of tasks tied to your big goals, you can set a realistic pace. I'd suggest choosing maybe 5 to 10 meaningful tasks a week so you end up with a solid, consistent flow by the end of the month.
Okay. 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 My next question is, am I practicing like a professional, or like a beginner?
That's a really insightful check in. Think about your mindset and your habits. Like, are you setting dedicated work hours, delivering high quality output, and refining your skills? If not, that's okay. Just start adding those professional routines step by step and you'll get there.
Okay. So next question is, am I learning of rejection or ready to learn from it?
Ah, that's a crucial mindset shift. If you feel a bit resistant, it's normal, but try to see rejection as feedback, a way to fine tune your approach. So ask yourself, what can you learn? How can you adapt? And what small step will you take next time?
How can I ask?
Of course. Just keep it simple. After each rejection, take a moment to reflect. What went well? What could you tweak? And then just apply that learning to the next attempt. Over time, that small adjustment really builds a stronger and resilient approach.
Okay. Okay. So can you suggest me about how can I improve it?
Absolutely. One practical approach is to set a mini review process after each attempt, like maybe jot down what you did, what the outcome was, and one thing you'd adjust. Then commit to practicing that adjustment, whether it's a small skill, a different approach, or even asking for feedback. By building this reflected habit, you'll keep improving steadily.
Okay. Thank you so much for your time. This is a wonderful session with you.
You're very welcome. I'm really glad it was helpful. If anything else comes up or you just need to reflect again, I'm here. Good luck with everything.
Okay, everyone. Thank you so much for your time. This is a wonderful session with you and ChatGPT. We will be back with another session on another day. So thank you so much for watching. Now there's a time to end this film. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe, please.